Hi Pre-Algebra, this is number 1 from the first page of your packet for the first e-learning assignment. Just since we don't have any more class time to talk about it, I wanted to do an example with you. Hopefully it's pretty straightforward. It says the table shows the heights in feet of the waves at a beach and the number of surfers at the beach. So I've got wave height here, number of surfers here. Remember, in a table, X is usually on top, Y is on the bottom. Part A says plot the data from the table on the graph. So my points are probably going to be pretty ugly because I am just using this stupid thing, but hopefully yours look a little bit nicer than mine. My first point is at 324. So on my wave height and my X, I'm going to go to 3. It's halfway between 2 and 4, and then I'm going to go to 24. Here's 20. The next line is 30, so I'm going to be a little bit under halfway. There's my point. My next point is 6, 61, so I'm going over to 6, going up 20, 40, 60's right here. It's just barely above that. See if I can draw a point on there. Yep, there it is. Next point is 5, 56. 5 is halfway in between right here. 20, 40, here's 50. I want to go halfway up again. My point's like right there. 1, 15, 1 is right here, here's 10, it's going to be halfway between 10 and 20, something like right there. 4, 35, here's my 4, 10, 20, 30, halfway between, right there. And then 8, 100, so I'm all the way over at 8, all the way up at 100. Hopefully your graph looks something like that, if not even a little bit nicer. Okay, part B says to describe the association between the two graphs, between the two data sets. I'm going to try to put a text box in here. Association, remember some of the things we talked about. First we talked about linear versus nonlinear. And these look like they're following a pretty straight line. So I would call these linear. Then the other thing you need to decide is it positive or negative? If I looked from left to right, I am increasing, I'm getting bigger, I'm going uphill. That makes it a positive association. So you should have both parts. The association between the two data sets is linear and positive. All right, part B, how many surfers might be at the beach if the waves were 2 feet high? So I am going to hopefully put another text box in. There we go. 2 feet high, 2 foot high wave. So I'm looking at the wave height on the x-axis. 2 feet is right here. So I'm going to guess it's somewhere between this 15 and what was this, a 24. So my best guess would be right at 20. You might say 19, you might say 21, something like that. And then my units on here, there's 20 surfers. Last question, are there any outliers in this data? If so, give their coordinates. Remember, outliers are points that don't really fit in with the rest of the graph. And a lot of times we see them off to the side, so like up here or down below over here. But in this case, I would actually consider this point right here an outlier because it is so much higher and farther out than the rest. Even though it does follow our line pretty quick or pretty closely, 8 foot waves and 100 surfers are way out there. So I'm going to say in my text box, yes, there is an outlier at, and then I need to give the coordinates. That point is at 8, 100. If you have any other questions, remember you're always welcome to email me. I should respond pretty quickly. Hope you're staying warm and having a great day.